hope it's recording again, because I recorded one before and it cut me off in the middle of talking, so I'm going to try to make this one a little bit shorter. Hello, it's me again, Daniel, Dan, the human being, whatever. And today I just wanted to, since my last video I told you I wanted to make a part 2 to this whole autism misconceptions and assumptions, the annoying autism misconceptions and assumptions. And this one hopefully won't be as long, but you never know. So also I wanted to clarify a couple of things. One, I didn't find out I was autistic until I was like 23, 24. Yeah, I know most people find out when they're early in age or whatever, but I didn't find out until I was in my 20s, so yeah, that's that. And yeah, okay. So the first one is children with autism do not speak or are mute. That's not true at all. You know, they always assume that autism causes mutism. It does. It can happen. You know, some children prefer not to speak, and prefer not to speak at all. Some children with autism prefer not to speak at all, and that's, you know, that it can happen, but it's not, you know, always the case with every child with autism. Another one is children with autism are more aggressive and or violent. That's not true either. That also goes with, you know, adults with autism. They're not always prone to violent behavior, violent acts and aggressive acts and whatever. They're not always the same thing. They're not always that way. People need to realize this and stop associating fucking violence and autism together, because they're not connected that much at all. Another one is people with autism prefer to be alone and don't want friends at all, and that's not true. We usually, at least me personally, I usually stick to one friend over time. I mean, I have a good couple of friends online, but you know, I will stick to a good friend for a long ass time. And as much as sometimes I get these antisocial fucking things, you know, antisocial vibes and antisocial feelings of being alone and not wanting to socialize with people, but it's not always the case, and it's always, you know, it's never 100% like I want to be alone, I want to be left alone, I want whatever all the time. I don't mind socializing that much. It depends on the socializing, I guess. And it's not always the case with everybody with autism, you know. Some people are kind of a little bit antisocial that have autism, and some people are completely social butterflies with autism. It always depends on the person themselves. Another one is children and or people, I guess, with autism are less affectionate and can't have strong relationships, or can't build strong relationships. And that's not true at all either. We connect with people. Not always, but we develop a bond. At least me personally, I develop strong bonds and strong friendships with other people really easily. Especially people, you know, that are actually willing to fucking talk to me. But yeah, and the whole affectionate thing, I am one of the most affectionate fucking people in the world. Especially when it comes to like friends and like showing affection and showing care and showing kindness to friends. I show a lot of that. So, and I know that is not true at all. Another thing, this one's a really important one, is that autism people think autism is a behavioral or a mental disorder, and it's not either of those. It's a developmental disorder. It affects a person's or kids or person's development and their social skills, etc., etc. And another thing, the paper is moving because I'm reading a little bit. Another thing is autism is caused by bad parenting, and that's not true in the slightest. It's not caused by bad parenting at all. you know, I'm going to say I'm not living proof of that, but I had a decent childhood, so I guess I don't know exactly. And people always try to blame the parent. You know, it's a parent's fault that this person developed autism, and they try to pass it off as being bratty and whatever. I said that earlier. This goes in hand, and it's a shitty way of thinking and a shitty way of assuming something about people and kids with autism. Another thing is, this is a whole deal in itself, that autism is caused by vaccinations. I hope I said that right. Sorry. And that's not true. There's no scientific evidence whatsoever that vaccinations have anything to do with autism. And there's also no vaccinations for autism, as much as some people will fucking say that there's cures, or they're trying for a cure, trying for some sort of vaccine, autism vaccine, blah blah blah. That's not, it's stupid. It's all stupid. Another one is, you can outgrow autism, and it's only, in your childhood, and that's not true in the slightest. Autism stays with you for life. And, even though you might not have strong autistic, tendencies, or whatever, even if you don't have strong autistic tendencies when you're older, doesn't mean it's not still there, and doesn't mean you're not still autistic. Another last one, and people with autism do not feel the full range of emotions, and that's not true. As I mentioned before, I'm an emotional fucking person. I feel I give affection. I give kindness. I'm kind. As much as I try to be, I'm over emotional sometimes, and I feel a lot of emotions. In most, but it also, like this goes with the whole idea of not everybody with autism is the same. Some people don't like showing emotions, and that's fine. That's them. That's who they are. But it's not always the same. It's not always to be assumed that just because you're autistic, you don't show emotions. It all depends on the person, like I said before, and that's about it. And then to more things to address. I know I move my hands a lot, and I touch my hair and my head and everything. This head a lot, and I touch my face a lot and whatever, and I move, and I probably fumble my words way too much, and I apologize for that. I guess that's part of autism too, or just me personally, I really don't know, or it's part of my personal autism, whatever. And also, I'm sorry about the camera focusing in and out, doing that pulse thing. This camera doesn't have really good fucking focus. It's a digital camera, and I can't help that. So, and I've tried, and I couldn't fix it. So until I get a new camera, this is what you're gonna have to deal with in and out of focus if you ever anybody watches any of these videos. So yeah, that's it, and I'm done. Catch you guys later.